This is a beautiful moment when we connect. Juan Carlos is, what are we going to talk about first? You know, like, don't worry, we got like good things here.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Okay, this is my topic. It's not Juan Carlos. I brought the topic, and I just want to Juan Carlos to listen, just to lend his ears to me. You know, yes, give me your ears and give me your opinion. So I have been like running a survey, una encuesta between a lot of women.
Mhm.
They kind of tell me these four fantasies. The first, they want to be fucked by a nigga that has a dick like the bottle that you just grabbed. You know, can you show the bottle, please? You show the bottle, please. Sure. Yeah, they want a dick like that. Okay, they want a dick like that in their pussy, same color.
This is the point. This
Yes.
is only the point. Also, only
Yes,
the
yes,
point.
yes. That's the gland, the tip,
gland.
right? That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tip. So it's like a fat, long dick. That's one
Yeah.
fantasy, right?
Okay.
The other one is they want to be fucked by a group of people, like a gangbang, but in a violent way. That's interesting.
That's
The next one is a criminal with a lot of tattoos, like fucking them in a space that is totally out of a regular room. By the way, has to be like
Yeah.
that. And the last but not least is a person with power. Okay. So if those are the women fantasies, what are the men fantasies? Oh, it has to be worse, right? Interesting enough, it's not the case. Some people will say, yeah, maybe it's like the threesome, but most of the time, actually, it's just having sex with the teacher that they like. Is like
That's
having sex with a young lady and grow together like a family. Those are the sexual fantasies of men.
before we start with the fantasy of men, talking about that, we are very simple guys. I think we're very simple in anything.
Yeah.
But from what you say about women, they want to be treated like shit. They want to be like treated like shit. They want to be beat up. They want to be split. Yeah, we don't know about that. They want to be. I don't know if I can say. Yeah, I can say this word. They want to be grape. Okay.
Yeah,
They
grape,
want
yeah,
to be
grape.
grape.
That's the word. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
one.
They want to be
Totally
great,
grape. Yeah.
and I don't know why. I mean, I asked before. I asked women why they wanted to be treated like that, and they don't have an answer. This is something that it turns her on. They
I
they
have a
they,
hypothesis
they have an
because
excitement about that. I think it's because of the power. They are sometidas, okay.
yeah,
So in every aspect, and they kind of like that. They really
yeah.
like that, and you wonder. This is out of the topic, and you wonder how lesbians. What are the fantasies of a lesbian? They
Oh,
they they think of that of a woman. They want a woman to treat her like that, to treat them like that, or they fantasy with men also. It's really interesting. You start to think about that. If
yeah.
if
Because
they
we women put this like underwear with a dick a lot, right? So
Yeah,
they still fuck like men. So
yeah,
yeah, but what is the fun? That's a good question.
yeah. That's a meme that I saw the other day. You saw these lesbians, well, Latin American lesbians, that they shave her hair, they trim it very low like us, okay, and they look like men, like fat men, and it's kind of funny because if they hate men, if they
Yeah.
don't like men, why
That's
are they
it.
showing
Becoming, yeah, becoming
they're
a man.
becoming like one, right? Why are they
Yeah.
becoming? It's really funny and really interesting. But there's something that is called factory reset. Okay,
Okay.
when a lesbian, a couple of lesbians, like see a guy or a tattoo guy or buff guy, and they watch him and they reset. They start to feel something from that man, and that's factory reset because the lesbian part like stop. They become women for a brief time, and they return. They like get shocked, like
Yeah.
they restart again. It's
That's,
kind of funny.
that's interesting shit. Do you think, because that's a question always comes to my mind, that women like these two hypotheses, to be clear? First is because in the old days, the hunter gatherings that we have, women have to please powerful men to be protected. So somehow
Yeah,
they have that ingrained. Oh, if I allow this criminal or this huge cock to enter in my pussy, he's going to be cool with me and he will protect me. That is one hypothesis. And the second is perhaps women who have a lot of mental disorders, they want to equal the pain in their mind with the pain in their body.
Yes, about the first thing, I think they see these guys with tattoo. They see these guys, I mean, tall and buff, that they will protect her. They will protect them. They will support them financially, emotionally, in everything. It's kind of it's automatic, you know. They
Yeah.
see this type of guys,
And immediately.
yeah, immediately,
Yeah, yeah,
and they fall in love immediately. I
yeah.
mean, you see their faces, and you see, wow, that's 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 kind of shocking, you know. Uh,
And we're suiting up. We're putting with our suit. We're
yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you know, there's a guy in the gym that he has a lot of tattoos, and he doesn't train very well. Okay, he's like he lift weights, a lot of weights, but he doesn't do the technique correct.
The
Okay,
proper form. Okay.
yeah, exactly. And women always look at him because of the tattoos,
Yeah.
because of a lot of tattoos. And you know,
Yeah.
when you have a lot of tattoos, it seems like you have muscle, you know, because
Yeah.
it's dark.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you take out the tattoos, it's not muscles. Okay,
By the way, I
so
don't want to be nerd, but you know that when you have a tattoo, usually you have less definition, but it's kind of retain water. It retains more water in that area.
oh really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did.
A lot of my friends they show me like, oh fuck, I have this tattoo. I cannot like show the peak of my bicep that much, but looks bigger because always like I think it's the ink that
I-
somehow always retain the water.
Interesting, because many people have tattoos in the bicep, and you
Mm.
see the bicep, and it's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. So it's
it,
like it blows. And by the way,
and
I
it
have another one. When you're doing steroids, if you put the injection here in the arm, your arm is huge, but it's again because it's inflammation. It's more than just because the yeah, but yeah, you get the point. Yeah.
it's interesting. So returning to women, it's funny because they dream of that,
Yeah.
of that masochist, of that treatment. Okay,
Yeah.
but when it happens in real life, well, it depends who does that. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
when it happens in the real life,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
if they accept it, or
yeah.
they demand the guy. You know,
Yeah.
they record him. They demand a guy. They doesn't care.
You cannot ask permission. Let's start with that, right? Like no one that will do this will ask permission.
Yeah.
Second is like the man who does this activity has to be like with a lot of intention, no fear, because the moment that you have a drop of fear, the woman will accuse you that you're a harasser. Sounds
Yes.
silly, but it's not. It's not that. Oh, she will like. No, no. You go and you do it. Oh fuck! Like somehow you activate her primal state.
Yes, exactly. I don't know if you remember that in the previous conversations that we had, I talked about a woman that has this masculine behavior. Okay, she
Yeah.
talks with a lot of guys. She talks with a lot of men. She start like
The one that your friend was trying to date?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, got
Yes.
you.
So she always try to, you know, hit with not that intention to men, like, hey friend, how you doing? What are you
Yeah.
doing? Okay. So she have like a male behavior, but when she sees like this tattoo guy, and this guy is not even that tall. Okay? I mean, I'm 170. He's like 171, 172. Well, when she sees this guy, she the factory reset starts. Okay, she stopped behaving like a masculine girl, and she became like submissive, like very
Fuck.
very very, very calm.
He pressed the button. He pressed the factory
Yeah,
reset
yeah, yeah,
button.
yeah.
Here.
It's
Fuck.
kind of funny when you see that. It's automatic.
Yeah.
She stopped acting like she used to act, and she returns with that behavior, and
You
it's funny.
That's
It's funny.
very interesting because I'm sure that a lot of buff guys, a lot of like aggressive guys have tattoos, but also we have more guys that are pussies that they pretend to be aggressive by having the tattoos, right? That's something that I learned a while ago. So always when I interact with a person who has tattoos, I try to be cool with them, you know? And when they realize that you don't buy into the tattoos, they also relax. They also factory reset. But
Yeah.
many people believe, oh, if he have a tattoos, maybe he's aggressive. not only women, I would say also men are intimidated many times by tattoos.
Yeah, mostly when we see, I don't know if it happens to you, but when I see like a woman with a lot of tattoos, I try to avoid it, to
Oh
avoid her.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, women, yeah.
because even if you try to tell her, hey, can we swap machines? Can we swap this equipment? She will see you like you're trying to harass her,
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
ask for her phone number or something like that. For You're trying to stop her, and it's not like that. Yeah, I mean, I want to train, but I'm trying to avoid that. Um, Here in Villaran, there's a lot. Well, previously we don't have. We have a lot of women with tattoos. A lot of tattoos. A lot of
You
tattoos.
know, there was a study. I don't know how accurate it is, but somehow women are having more tattoos than men lately.
Yes. Well, maybe because they can tattoo anything they want. I mean, everything, anything they want, because they found it like cute or funny. I don't know. Well, I don't have a tattoos, but I think that if I'm going to have a tattoo, I will think about it, about what I'm going to put in my body. I'm not
Yeah,
going to put like, I know, for example, they put a snake, they put
yeah, fuck
flowers,
that.
they put.
Yeah.
Have you seen those tattoos in the fingers? Something like here.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's
that's
nasty.
weird. That's a
That's nasty.
criminal. That's a
Yes,
gangster tattoo.
yes, that's nasty. They have a lot of tattoos here.
You will do the
Uh,
butterfly, Juan Carlos, right? In the lower back.
I see that thing. I've seen that shit.
What is the
And
weird? I tell you my
uh,
weird tattoo. I have seen a woman with a rose, con una rosa in the ass. So literally, the middle of the rose was her butthole. Ah, that's
oh,
the weird. What is the weird
that's
tattoo that you have seen?
weird.
Like,
I think it was 2 weeks ago. I saw a woman. By the way, it was kind of cool. Okay, but it was extreme. She has like a lot of Pokemons
oh,
in her arm,
nice.
in her chest. A
Not
lot, a
bad.
lot. I think she had like the 151st Pokemon.
La puta.
because she
La
kind
puta.
of like I asked I told my girlfriend to watch that tattoos, and he said, "Hey, it looks nice, but
Yeah.
150 Pokemons, that's a lot."
You know,
And
oh, that's Nito. That's
yeah,
Nito.
that's a Snorlax. Hey, that's a Snorlax, not you. That tattoo, yeah, that something like
Holy
that.
shit.
Yeah, yeah,
A lot
but
of money. Okay, two theories. Or she has a lot of money to invest on that because that is expensive. Or she has a boyfriend. A lot of time have. That's why
yeah,
I don't like that much women with tattoos because women don't pay for tattoos most of the time. You know.
you kind of wonder you kind of wonder what they do for a living so they can afford the kind of tattoo,
Yeah, that question. Yeah,
but
that question was
but
good.
they don't. I mean, they don't care what they put in the body. They don't have this reasoning that men have. I told myself, I told you that I have to think about it, what I put. I mean, maybe I put a tattoo about my dogs, but I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
But there's some guys too. I mean, there are some guys that have a lot of tattoos in their arms. Yeah, they mostly put in their arms and in their calves, in las pantorrillas. They put in
Yeah.
a lot.
Must be painful. Once I try because when I used to do a lot of steroids, I try to test different areas of my body to inject, right? And the time that I literally cry was when I inject my calves because that area is very sensitive.
It's really sensitive. When you train
Uh-huh.
them really hard, it hurts a
It
lot.
burns. It
So
burns.
yeah, so imagine putting a needle in there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's painful.
I don't know. I've seen. Well, we're talking about buff guys and girls that are using tattoos, but there are also these young people, 20 20s, in their 20s, really skinny, using tattoos because they think it's kind of cool. They think they are the bad guy, the bad
Yeah,
boy.
bad
And
boy. Yeah,
I sometimes it's found funny because you look at the boy and it's really skinny.
yeah,
It's really skinny, it's like a wood, something like this,
yeah,
right? Really
yeah.
skinny with a tattoo. But I don't know, if they have money, if their parents can afford it, it's cool to them. But I'm not. I'm not
Yeah.
judging.
It's
Okay.
interesting the reason why the people that don't do the tattoos don't do the tattoos, right? In my case, it started as simple as my father. He told me when I was young, Jose, in case that you want to steal a bank in the future, they can find if you have tattoos. So that imagine that was my father telling
Yeah.
me not to do tattoos, so I can steal a bank in the future.
Yeah.
And I was like, for me, stealing a bank is cooler, right? So
Yeah.
I guess we all have different reasoning behind the ones that we don't do it. I mean,
And this is something I think it was my aunt told me, because my aunt, an aunt of mine, have a tattoos, or someone told me, when you start with your first tattoo, it kind of become addictive, because
yes.
you want another and
Yes,
another
yes,
and
yes.
another in different parts of your body, because it looks cool. If you like the first one, you want to continue and put a lot, and put a lot
And if
of
you don't like the first one, you're screwed because it's already
yeah,
there. So in
yeah,
both
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
scenarios,
yeah,
it's kind of a
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen in Instagram, for example, many companies that remove this kind of tattoos. Okay,
Yeah.
previously there wasn't many, but nowadays
There are more.
this becomes
By the way, the
like a
process
business.
is nasty. The process because the guy look that he has bruises. I have a friend here just removed from the forehead a tattoo and look like someone punched him in the head. It like looks
Uh,
totally like a bruise at the it's nasty.
yeah, I mean, you have to think about that. I don't know, man. Tattoos is not in my to do list, for example. No, it's not in my list.
I can clearly see a difference between people with tattoos and people without tattoos. Now, in case of men, I see the difference, but I don't judge. But in the case of women, I judge. So
Yeah.
sorry, women who are listening. I judge a lot. I mean, I can like a woman with tattoo. I do women with tattoos, but I wouldn't settle down with a woman with tattoos unless that she can prove there is a lot of good family around.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if but there is good family around, the good family wouldn't allow her to do the
I
tattoos in the
mean,
first place. So.
you have to ask this. If you see a woman with tattoos, hey, what is the story of that tattoo? Why did you tattoo that? If they give you like a good reason, a good story, maybe with
Good.
family, maybe with a
Literally
memory,
good.
something like that, okay, pass, green flag. If she tells you, I kind of like it, it was in an offer, I was drunk and did it,
Yeah.
okay, so that's when you try to stop and to rethink about that.
If I check out like Adrian, no, that's the kid that I lost in my
Uh,
abortion, you know.
uh,
The kid
or,
that
or worse, the name of the ex.
no,
The,
no,
the name
yeah.
of the name of
I
the
you find out that no, that's my father. No, no, actually, that was your ex. You're
ex.
no, that's my father. My second name, my father. No, no, for real.
Yeah.
Women are
We-
but it is what it is. Paying attention to these little details.
So you tell something interesting about previously that um, there are many people without tattoos that act tough. Okay, that they think that they are tough. What happened today is that I train. I hope he doesn't see. I don't think that he's going to watch this.
Don't
Okay,
worry, silly,
but
silly.
he's a friend that I met in the gym previously. Okay, he had so many problems in her childhood. He he started to try many interesting medicines. Okay, let's say it like that. But he's kind of little childish. He's 26 years old, and because he's tall and white, he thinks he can act in a way that he thinks that he owns the gym, or he
Yeah,
owns the
he's
machines.
the king. He's the
He's
king.
he's the king. He start to
Yeah.
scream. He start to laugh hard. And I don't know if it's because of the medicines. I don't know if it's something wrong with him. I think it's something wrong with him because he told me his past. But you know, I was wondering when I was with him, hey, you're 26. I mean, you're not a kid. Why don't you start to behave a little? Okay, because when I train, I want to be peaceful and train, not like watching reels or talking shit. Okay, but he was pissed because I told him that. He told me, "Hey, are you my dad? Why are you tell me this? Hey, what do you think about?" Yeah, he tried to start a fight from out of nowhere, but because I try to make like things go slow or by piece. I train with him, but I really didn't enjoy
Yeah.
this training. So I was wondering, in this case, for example, what do you do with this kind of people when you try to, if you don't want to train again or to see him again or to tell him, hey, you have to behave, hey, don't act tough because you are not tough. You think you are tough, but
Yeah.
anybody can. Even the girls, the girls there was kind of scared of the guy. Okay, they were looking because my my friend was like acting so weird, and they were like,
Sometimes when the guy is shy, that's a way of being shy, that acting weird. So you keep people out of your reach, right? Because it's like it's a protection mechanism. They maybe they don't know it, but it's like they are so afraid of people that I'm going to act weird so nobody gets closer.
yeah, maybe like that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
he's
that's
like
well.
he's like, hey, I don't care what everybody says. I don't care what everybody thinks. I can
Yeah.
act whatever the fuck I want. And it's kind of, hey, you are in the gym. And he wasn't like matriculado in the gym. It was invited for me.
Ah,
Big
even worse.
mistake.
Even
Even
worse.
worse.
He's a guest.
Even worse. So I don't know if he's going to enter the gym. I
Also,
mean,
you use your precious smart fit guest invitation. You only have
yeah,
5 to
yeah,
take
yeah.
that piece of shit with you.
I have only four left. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. For example,
But do you prefer to, because when that happened, I prefer to just stop inviting the person. Oh, sorry, I'm busy.
yeah,
I'm not going
yeah,
to
yeah,
tell them.
yeah, yeah,
I only tell the person if it's someone that I'm going to see in a recording basis in the same space, and I need to be clear, right?
yeah,
Sometimes, what's exactly this was a bit annoying. It's not
yeah,
you, it's me. I always say this, it's a bit annoying. You are good. I'm just a bit sensitive. Sorry for
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
usually
yeah.
people are cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah. He was kind of he was like surprised. Hey, are you okay? Because I wasn't talking. I was concentrated, and I didn't want to interrupt.
Because you were training, right?
Yeah,
That is supposed to be.
yeah. And he was like, he doesn't live a lot. I mean, he knows how to train, okay, but he doesn't live the way that I used to, the way that I lived. So he was using and trying to live my weight, but he didn't move the weight. He was
Yeah.
like acting tough.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, hey, you have to need to warm up. No, I don't need a shade. I'm good with
Yeah, that's
that. And he
classic
was like,
shit.
oh, okay, I don't like. Um, you kind of wonder because he dated a lot of women, okay, but uh, but they didn't like. Um, I'm going to say it in Spanish. No continuó viendo a la chica, okay. They kind of dated like a long time, but they didn't like get together.
Okay.
So it happens. It told me this story like about 3 or 4 times, and I was wondering, hey, maybe you are the problem, not the women, because
Yeah.
he always complained, hey, women are interested.
Everybody's interested.
Yeah,
Everybody's interested.
they want the
Let's start with
more.
that.
They
Yeah.
they they want the money. They want my money. Uh, I don't like this girl because of that tattoo. And it also happens. He have like something he looks like the really tiny thing in the women that he's dating. I don't like this because I know I'm going to put an example. I don't like it because she has a tattoo in her wrist. I don't like her because I don't
But
know.
that sounds like being shy again. We go back to the thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
any excuse to prevent the interaction.
yeah, and he's using this mistake that many men do in the first date. He always invite first. He always invite first because I think that's what his parent, his dad,
Could
told
you
him.
expand on that? What do you mean with invite
Yeah.
first?
For example, he always told me that when he go out with a girl, okay, for example, they go to a cafeteria, San Antonio, for example. He orders something, she orders something, and he always pays. When they go to the
Okay.
movies in the first date, he always pays. He always pays, and that's because what he says that is what gentlemen do, what
Yeah.
men do. Okay, and I said, okay, so uh, okay, so how was the date? A part of you paying? Yeah, it was kind of mess. We didn't do anything. I want to go slow. he always want to go slow. He doesn't want to go
That's
fast.
that's a way to say I couldn't get anything. But
Yeah.
at least he's honest. I'm going to give that point to him because I know many guys that they just create fake stories.
What do you mean?
A lot of men they date a woman and they tell you, yeah, I had sex with her and they didn't have
Ah,
anything. So
yeah,
at least I mean he could be like a loser, whatever. At least he's a bit honest.
yeah,
I
yeah,
will start for that.
yeah. He's honest and he's very, very religious. Okay, so
Okay.
he have like this old belief that men have to invite to pay anything in the
Can we expand on
first
that? Because I
place.
think that's a good question that we need to keep. What are your beliefs, Juan Carlos, about paying for the first date? I want to hear your beliefs.
Well, I used to do that, but I'm talking in 2014, 15. I think that I started dating.
Okay. You
Okay,
used to
but
pay for the first date, right?
yeah, but we're talking about ice creams. Something,
Yes.
something like
By the way,
that
the
we
ice
can
cream,
share.
when the ice cream were cheap, no, this
When the
motherfucker
ice
now
cream were
gelateria
cheap, yeah,
40
yeah,
soles.
yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
You remember this?
Of course,
It was really popular that McFlurry in McDonald's.
that was a cool one. That
It
was a
was the
cool one.
cool one, and it was, well,
Six
kind of,
soles.
yeah, something like that. Four
Yeah.
solid, 5 solid. It was kind of expensive in those years.
You were
Now it's an
fancy.
solid.
If you invest that money, you were fancy, right?
Yeah,
Like the 5 soles,
exactly.
you were cool.
Okay, but I was like so, I don't know how do I say. I was like easygoing. Okay, let's go to a park. Let's talk. Let's you want something to eat? Okay, let's grab an ice cream. Something like that. It's really easy. Okay, but I knew many friends that uh they take the girl to fancy restaurants, to fast
Yeah,
food
yeah,
change, and they spend, yeah, also fast food change. I think I took dates, but when I start to work, to practice, and I earn money, this is the first, this is what I used to say. Hey, okay, let's split, or each person pays for their meal, and it kind of works because nowadays, women tend to work also. They have to pay. They have money. So why don't they have to pay for their meals?
you know
You
why
know?
I think it works? Because I disagree with the idea of the woman paying for her part in the first date, but perhaps could work because I want to know. I want you to have your answer, but perhaps if you don't make it look like a date, you just make it look like two friends that they are just going to eat together, right? You are playing cool. Now she's like, okay, she want to convince you to be the boyfriend.
Mhm.
So maybe that created dynamic on her. So when you went with that girl and you split the bills, it was supposed to be a date or it was supposed to be more like a friends encounter?
That's interesting, because if you invite, I think you have to pay. But if both talk about, for example, this restaurant that is popular, or this place, hey, why don't we go? Okay, perfect. Go,
Yes.
and each
Listen.
pays for their part because it was like a decision from both parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, so I start like to pay for myself. Sometimes we didn't have a second date, because they always pay you to pay. But I mean, if they are working, we are also working. We have some expenses to have. Why don't they pay with their meal also? You can call me cheap, or that I don't have money.
No, no, I understand your point.
Yeah,
It's like by how can I say? It's fair that if both are working, both have the means to pay,
yeah,
right? That's
exactly.
one. At the same time, I would say that if the guy is interested and is the guy who scheduled the date, right? Um, he will have to pay because he's the one interested, right? But
Yeah.
if the woman is the one that is, oh, can you come with me? For example, if a woman asks me to go with her to a concert, right?
Okay.
He asked me, okay, I will pay my tickets because I have to pay my ticket, but she will pay her ticket because I'm helping her somehow, right?
Yeah,
I feel like her
yeah,
security guy.
yeah.
So it's I would say it depends a lot of the frame of the encounter. If it's a date, if it's like a friend, if it's you protecting her for a place that she wants to go, so then I'm paying just my partner, I'm going to pay your
Yeah.
partner for protect you. So
Yeah.
I would say there are a lot of caveats there.
You know, uh, back in 2000, before the pandemic, I met this girl in a disco. Okay, so we check. It was also cool, and we started talking from WhatsApp, Instagram. I don't remember. And when I try to have a date with her, she always have like something to do. Okay, or she doesn't reply with her phone because she was kind of busy. Okay, but one time she accepted my invitation, but she wanted to bring her friend. Hey, I'm going with a friend. Is that okay? With a friend? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was
Is that
like,
she,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. She
Okay, okay, but it's
okay
still scary.
yeah, 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 yeah. And I
Still
was
scary.
yeah, and I was kind of, "Hey, why are you taking your friend?" I was saying, yeah, it's cool, but why are you taking her? Ah, because she doesn't have anything to do. And I was like, yeah, but maybe we can go out first, the both of us, and later we can go to your friend if you like. No?
Yeah.
But she was defending her friend because she broke up with her boyfriend, something like that.
That's
And
actually cool.
I ditched her and I said, yeah, this is not going to work. So women sometimes took advantage of that. You know that when you are like, this is also important. Both parts have to be interested because if
Yeah.
you're interested, because if you're the only one interested, women will take advantage of that in every possible way that you can imagine.
And by the way, is it their way of flexing? I have a lot of female friends that they always tell me, "Oh, I use this motherfucker to pay all my ladies' bills." So all her female friends, they went to a restaurant and they bring the guy just to pay for everybody else. And they flex, "Oh, I have this stupid guy paying for me because I'm so cool," right? So
Uh,
at the end, the guy, many times he doesn't get sex, and he just get to be the badge of honor that he was used by the woman. It's like when guys get a woman to blow their dick and they record them and they show you the video. I mean, I don't know why, but many times people show me videos of women blowing their dick. And I don't want to, I like the woman, I don't want to see your dick there, right? So I guess that is women's badge of honor.
yeah, and even women like when they post their trips, they don't post the sponsor. You know, the guy
Sponsor. Yeah.
that they are with.
She traveled
And
alone,
she,
right? Very strange, right? She's
yeah, yeah,
traveling
but
alone all the
she's
time.
traveling
Yeah.
alone. What are you doing with your life? And what do you
Yeah.
work? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Um, Here's an interesting question. Uh, what do you think of women having couples? Okay, have their guys, and they post like a photo in bikini in their social media.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Let me take your question.
They
Juan
posting because of
Carlos.
hair or
Juan
they
Carlos, please let me take your question to the next level. What do you think about women asking their boyfriend to take a picture of them in bikini, showing the ass to the camera?
that's
Answer you that question, please. What do you think of
that's
that?
that's
Tell me.
crazy. That's crazy. And the boyfriend is yes, love. I'm going to take yeah.
Huh?
That's crazy.
I have another one. Sorry to
Uh-huh.
continue. I get excited. I get horny. What do you think about the boyfriend recording the woman doing hamstring, the machine that you are, late, recording her glutes so she can upload that to her social media? So he think, oh, I'm so cool. I have a girlfriend that gets a lot of likes. No, no, actually, she is still gathering, contacts in the market.
I saw that 2 weeks ago. A couple doing that. It was kind of weird. Like, why are you recording it? Well, if it's a video for the both of us or for both of them, it's cool. But I don't think so because the women was like using these short skirt, short shorts. I know what it's called, and she was like posing instead of working out. I don't know.
I have
And it's
another one interesting. I was working with Armando next to Larcomar, and there was a family, American family. The woman looks very slutty. The mother, she looks really, really slutty. The guy looked like the classic nerd. So they have like they asked me to take a picture. I was with the dog. They asked, "Hey, can you take a picture of us?" Yeah, yeah, I take a picture with the four. And then the woman asked me, "Please, can you take me a picture just with me and my daughter? Just she and the daughter, without the husband,
like,
you know?"
uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, I know this picture is for the her guys, She got with her side, but I mean, crazy, right?
It's crazy, dude. I don't know why. And and I think that if the boyfriend like ask her, hey, why are you uploading this in your Instagram, in your social media? I think
Yeah.
the women will go in defense because it's my
Yeah.
social media, because it's my photos,
Yeah.
it's my body. I want to do anything I want.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah,
asking me to don't post on my own social media? It's
it's
hilarious. It's hilarious. But I mean, I don't blame women. I blame guys, because first, if you are dating a woman that before used to post like that, you know that after the first fight, she will continue posting like that. She can hold her behavior for maybe 2 months, perhaps. But after the first real fight that you have, she will go back to showing nipples.
yeah. I have a friend that I don't know if he's dated or he's with an influencer. Well, anyone
Bad
is
idea.
influencer.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
Anyone is influencer now.
Yeah.
So I checked his hair, um, her Instagram, and what they upload, and she uploads like everything she do in a day and in the gym also. And the videos is with an angle that want to show more of the workout. I didn't ask because I don't have the heart to ask my friend, hey, why are you dating, or what do you think about this kind of videos? Because I know that he's going to tell me it's her job. It's her job. She's earning money with that.
Now,
Yeah,
actually, he's right in that she need to show more because what she's trying to target is not just fitness people; it's also wannabes fitness, right? So the
uh-huh.
wannabes fitness is like people that, yeah, they were drawn by the ass, and yeah, some people could be that the lady's monetizing in an honest way, but the temptation is gonna be very high because you can be sure any woman average, not even good, like even a four, will get an offer of a guy for more than 500 soles. For real, you will get like a. So if you are like a woman and you receive 500, 1,000 soles proposal, eventually some of them are going to be attracted by those deals.
Yes, yes. My God, I didn't know about that. Even afford that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
I know, Uncle Balt, I don't discriminate. So I do fat woman, sometimes women that are barely just a woman. And when they show me their DMs, yeah, for real, like, guys, hey, pago capricho, that's the classic, hey, 500 soles and let's stop discussing. So, um, a lot of these women, if you talk like honestly with women, many of them like, yeah, yeah, sometimes I accept, like
of
500
course,
soles.
it's easy.
Like, and if it's someone that the woman kind of don't dislike that much, the woman doesn't dislike the guy pay 500 soles, it's a no-brainer for the lady.
Yeah, and they only have to pose, do some shit in camera, and maybe off camera also. We don't know, but they take it so easy, and, yeah, we have to blame us men for that because we allow and we make women get easy money. That's crazy. That's
Yeah, and we accept also as men, right? So in other cultures, for example, I was talking with a lot of Russian ladies. They tell me that if women start posting like Latinas do, no men want to settle down with them. I mean, men can fuck them, but no men want to, oh, I want to marry this woman, or I want to have
yeah.
her as a girlfriend. So it's also how easy Latinos forgive this type of behavior.
It's kind of interesting because women ask this question, hey, why if I act as a slut, or I mean, uh, behaving like this, why don't men want to marry me or want a relationship? They wonder that.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
could be? Huh?
I mean,
What
the
could be a
answer,
reason?
the
Yeah,
answer, the answer is simple. It's right there in their Instagram or in their
yeah,
photo. Yeah, but
yeah.
they can't, they can't like accept the answer. They don't. I don't know. They don't want to recognize her her behavior or her fault. I know because the answer is simple. We don't want like women to be like sold or shown in social media like a piece of meat. You know
Yeah,
that.
but you're talking about rational men, right? There are not that many, because many men they just forgive, They, oh no, it was her past. She used to be like that.
Yeah, that's
All these people that I prove them wrong without wanting to prove them wrong because for real, those are my friends. I hope the woman really changed because you are. I hope you are right and that your woman will change after 6 months, 1 year. Always the woman go back. there is our classical phrase, no? Gallina que coma huevo, que le rompa que pica. Man. You get the point. You get the point. My friend, it was a pleasure to share time with you today. If people want to follow you, if people want to be trained by you, by the way, Juan Carlos, he's good. He's one of the few people that I trust to train with because the guy is focused. He's not messing around. You know one thing that Juan Carlos never will do? He will never take his phone in the middle of the workout to show you the
But the blowjob video, no, never.
never. He will never do that shit. So if people want to follow you, my friend, where can they do it?
You can follow me on Instagram, juanca.vallejosv. I'm going to share with you the username so you can upload it in the video.
Amazing, amazing. Okay. No, thank you, my friend, as always.
Thank you, Balta. Good day.
Suerte, suerte. Dale.
Bye bye.